Turnabout Reminiscence. This is gonna be a throwback case, it seems. We're going back in time 7 years because, like in this one, it seems like there are events that happened 10 years ago. If I had a nickel for every game I played where things happened 10 years ago that kind of changed everything, I would have several nickels. You can pull for Yaoi, please. Man. And how should I put my odds? Ooh, yeah, I will definitely have to check that out. Sela should come back soon. Let's go, Sela, my girl. All right. Anyways, throwback. Also, Kay Faraday is literally me. She hates the Blue Badger, or at least calls, I don't know if she hates the Blue Badger, but she calls the Blue Badger her nemesis. She likes seeing Miles Edgeworth in pain, in emotional distress. And she calls Gumshoe Gummy. She's literally me. And it looks like we're going back to their first meeting 7 years ago. You're in the top 3.5% of luck. Ooh, nice. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. Is Gumshoe going to be wearing his light tan jacket? 7 years earlier. This is like when we went back 7 years in Ace Attorney 4. Ooh. Okay, who is this girly pop? Her freckles. Oh my god, Gumshoe's not the... That's not Gumshoe. That's not Gumshoe. No, 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 no. I ask the defendant, just what exactly are you... Oh, okay. Don't you get... I know the true identity. Oh my god, what the... So many things are happening. What the... Why does that man look like Eren Yeager? And then... The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there. Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Do you dare deny it? You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy. Oh my god, does she have... Oh my god, the earrings? Are you claiming Mr. Faraday? Mr. Faraday? Wait, Mr. Rel? Are you Kay's dad? What? So much is happening! Oh my god! You're telling the truth? Is that guy related to Gumshoe? He looks like Gumshoe. And also, did they say Mr. Faraday? What in the hell is happening? So much is happening here. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. This court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Hi, Judgy, I missed you. Oh, man. Oh, he's in the old outfit. Oh, look at him. The Von Karma. Oh, he's gonna be Bratworth, isn't he? Because this is when he was still like a piece of shit. And he has the anime boy face. Oh god. Miles Edgeworth's face in case 3-4, it felt like Uncanny Valley to me. Like that, it looks like Miles Edgeworth, but it's not him. The eyes are too like yaoified, if that makes sense. Like he looks, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. I need to make him sound even more pretentious. You remember this case? Ooh. And so it is my first assignment as a prosecutor. First assignment? First assignment, really? What about the Mia case? What was that, like 9 years ago? How old are we? Can I like... Ah! Jump scare! Ugh! My mentor said it was more chic to keep it in my pocket. Okay. I'm trying to put together the timeline. If this takes place right after the third game, this is like either like 2018 or 19, thereabouts. Let's say 2018. That means... What was it? No. That means the Mia... When was the Mia case? Was it like 7 years before the events of Ace Attorney 3? Or was it like closer to 9 years before? No. Oh my god. timeline. I believe Case 3-4 takes place about 9 years before Ace Attorney 3, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, this might just be a continuity error that I'm overthinking. I'm just trying to place this. Like, they say this is his first assignment, but didn't they also say 3-4 was his first time in the courtroom? I know that was Mia's first time in there, but like, wasn't it Edgeworth's first time too? I'm trying to, because he was 20 in that case. We'll see how old he is here. If this is 7 years ago, he would be like 19. So I don't know. Maybe this is first. Maybe 3-4 is actually not his first time in the courtroom. I don't know. I'm overthinking this. What do you have to say about this, buddy? This badge's design is said. Is this the same thing? Or no, this is different. This badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of the law. And oh, this is the same thing. Never mind. Yeah, we gotta check the conspiracy board. Von Karma told him this. Oh, I think you should start wearing it, Edgeworth, solely because Von Karma told you not to. Numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. Oh, ba-doo-ba-doo. Ew. As replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. A prosecutor being accused of murder? Or, Oh my god, not the kid with the Blue Badger shirt. The Blue Badger didn't exist at this point, did it? Another time paradox. There are too many time paradoxes in this case. Why does this kid— is this kid a time traveler? Why does he have a Blue Badger shirt? The Blue Badger didn't exist until the first game, and back then it was even the Proto Badger until Gumshoe made the Blue Badger that we know of in Rise from the Ashes. What is going on here? Edgeworth. Ew. Sir. Oh, it's a jump scare to see him again. Have you read over all of the documents regarding this trial? Yes, sir. I memorized everything there is to know. Okay, his eyes look less uncanny in this game than they did in Ace Attorney 3. But still, I think it's because he doesn't have, like, the furrowed brow of, like, somebody who has dealt with a million headaches at work. Like, he's still fresh out of law school or training or whatever, new to work. He hasn't been jaded yet. And, I have so many plans in Mahoyo decided to hit me with the 50-50 losses. No! A time-traveling murder would be an interesting case. I mean, there's a DLC for one of the later Ace Attorney cases, or Ace Attorney games, with a case called Turnabout Time Traveler. I will not say anything more about it, though. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. If you fuck up, it is a stain on my legacy and I will disown you. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I am honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. Such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. Edgeworth. Pre-development Edgeworth is making me sad. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Oh my god. Not this shit again. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. I don't remember what my Von Karma voice was. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Byrne Faraday, gave the order. Huh. Faraday is such a fool. He's been coerced by his very own prey, cornered, oh my god. Sir, are you an acquaintance of Mr. Byrne Faraday? He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? By Sabrina Carpenter? No, what year is this? No, this is like 2011. Okay, Sabrina doesn't have a career yet. You once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court. That is nonsense, for no man is above the law, except Von Karma, in his eyes. Well, there are always a few exceptions, like myself. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there's no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven. Okay, cool, no pressure. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. Sophia, I always expect worst case scenario. I feel that when it comes to polling, yeah. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Karma. Look at my badge. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir. It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. I wonder who's responsible for that! It is a strange path you have traveled. It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor. I see that as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this as well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge. Well, what if my future husband likes to flaunt his badge and, you know, I pick up on that habit because I love him? What about that? I understand. I will keep that in mind. I can feel my rage through the screen. I hate this man so much. He's such a good villain. Like, you love to hate him. He's horrible. Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous. God, he really does look like a mini Von Karma here. Oh, it hurts. Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well and dress like a flamboyant founding father. Constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor's badge in your pocket. In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor. I understand, sir. Oh, man. Even his hair starts to become white. Oh, yeah, I think his hair is slightly darker here. Oh, no, it's about the same color, I think. And explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about. Understood. Alright, so we have Byrne Faraday, who I'm assuming is... Is that Kay's dad? Accused by Ralabe in the Yatagarasu. Is he an arsonist because his name is Byrne? You can buy a Mogus for $2. Nice. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Kodopian embassy. The victim... There's no fucking shot. Oh my god, I'm guessing his parents did not know that he lives in Ace Attorney, where your name dictates your entire life. So why on earth would they? You know what, I think this might be the greatest name in the entire franchise. Better than any of the Kurian names in Ace Attorney 6. This is the best one. Nothing holds a candle to this. I can't read that. Mackerel? Is he a fish? He looks like he's related to Gumshoe. Was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the... I'm sorry, I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief... I'm sorry, I'm still laughing. The great thief, Yatagarasu, has successfully infiltrated the Kodopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill dead men. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage showed Mr. Rel as the murderer. Clearly, he says clearly shows him. You can't really see his face, though. Is he wearing sandals, too? The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitors gallery. I mean, what if that's Gumshoe, actually? I know, Gumshoe's not a killer. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to. What are the original JP for this? Honestly, I'm wondering if it's both, because aren't the JP names also, like puns? Are they also wordplay? But man, the localization team has a lot of fun. Janet Sue, she's a legend. And by the real Yatagarasu burned Faraday. And that sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kodopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. The first one happened 3 years ago at this point, but it took place 10 years ago in real time. They're as good as Dead Man and Herlock Shores. Dead Man is, I think that's truly the greatest one I've ever seen. It's better than the how could this name be any longer or more pompous than it already is. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Well, first, actually, I need that information, but I want to explore first. A model of the courthouse. It's pretty well constructed. Hands and a face. Don't tell me this thing transforms. Yet I wonder for what other purposes they could have been made. Hey kid, why are you wearing a shirt that shouldn't exist? Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these.
Awesome! But didn't you get fired right after you made them?
Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. And my boss wasn't very happy with me.
Hey Daddy, didn't you say about a secret mechanism inside of it?
I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired. It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. Is there a secret, like, tunnel in the courthouse or something? Also, look at all these judge portraits. I love that all the judges look exactly the same. It's great. Look, you have to be bald and have a long white beard and mustache to be a judge. Alright. Oh, Mr. Prosecutor, sir! You got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. Look at the way you're dressed, buddy. There are only prosecutors and defense attorneys in this lobby. I usually hit the mark if I guess one or the other while there is a recess. You were only guessing? Pfft, how dare you? You don't wear your badge, buddy. Oh, excuse me, madam, but is something the matter?
I just thought someone would have brought hors d'oeuvres by now.
But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here.
Are you sure someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here?
What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Do they not provide refreshments during the cases? You okay, man? This is so good. I could drink a whole gallon. I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Good God. He is tanking. We went from the Japanese judge from Ryu's time. Yeah, I guess he was like the one exception to a judge not having white hair and being bald. Oh my God. What's on the poster here? A bulletin board. There were trial schedules posted on it. Trial scheduled for this week, huh? There's only today's trial listed. This must be a mistake, or this country's judicial system is not working as it should. Oh, what about that? We should lead to the defendant's lobbies. Edgeworth, where is your composure? If you wish to take a look at your enemy, do so in the courtroom, as you crush him. Take a look at my enemy. Don't mind if I do, if that enemy is Phoenix Wright. Indeed, thank you. You are a man of wisdom and experience, sir. The Thinker! A bookshelf, huh? Compendium of Laws for Beginners. I don't have the time to read this and second-guess myself now. I was already well aware. Oh, he does the Von Karma finger wag. Oh, I remember the first time he did that in case 3-4, my heart just like dropped. It made me so sad. Be specific, real. Because in a moment, to me, is sooner than shortly. Shortly implies more waiting than in a moment. A luxurious and beautiful leather sofa. I must say, every part of this courthouse is meticulously well kept. Although the positioning of the sofa puts one under the direct gaze of the judges. Psst, look at them. Every judge in this courthouse's history has had quite the beard. And has gallantly parted with their beloved head of hair, I see. Psst. Being a judge must be a very stressful career. Alright, is that everybody... Can I talk to the bailiffs? It's just the same thing. Alright. Alright, well, now let's finish talking to Von Karma. The second KG-8 incident. Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. Alright, KG-8 incident overview. You've heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Let's read through it. Kodopian Embassy staff member Manny Kochin found not guilty. The victim, Miss CCU. See you, I see you. A shadow over the Amano Group. What's his relation to the smuggling ring? Manny Kochin, Money Cashin. Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested. Under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group. She see you? Oh my god, she sees you! Ha ha! He doesn't look at all that changed. But Ernest, I guess he has not aged much over the past 10 years. But Colin certainly did. He grew a mustache while he was in prison. Although that's not his name. That's a different person. Manny Kochin. Oh wait, no, that's not him. This is him. The However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Yes. Killing the whistleblower. Wasn't a Kodopian Embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Kodopian by the name of Manny Kochin was the suspect. I wonder how he had that brat. Wait, what brat? Brat? Edgeworth Brat era? I know people call this version of Edgeworth Bratworth. Does this mean he is Brat, as in, like, hot brat summer? But due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? CCU has a very bug-like stare in that picture. If only I was in charge of the case. I guess because she sees you doing illegal things, and she has giant peepers to do it with. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KGA incident as well. That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on. Breeze, hello, how are you? The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident. So that's why it is being called the second KG-8 incident. Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? A so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, I'd better find out more. How was Christmas? It was really good. I spent the whole day just playing Sonic CD. It was great. How was your day yesterday? If it is true that the Yatagarasu showed up at the Cadopian Embassy... Solid choice, yes. I'm kind of in a Sonic era right now. Seeing Sonic 3 kind of it rewired something in my brain and I just want to play more Sonic games now. What could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. I spent it with a typical racist uncle. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Or more likely, to steal secrets from the Cadopian Embassy itself. Hey, the Yatagarasu is a noble thief. Since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police. As many of us do, yeah, and that's very unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it is proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. Not this far. This is game 1. This is the 4th case of the first game. So if you need to lurk or head out because of spoilers, please do that. But yeah, this is the 4th case of game 1. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. I beat game 1 on the DS years ago, but don't really remember. Oh, okay. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KGA incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate.
Ah, baby!
Hi, daughter. What is it, little girl?
You're scary, mister.
I love her so much. Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
Are they counterfeit? A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies, but it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Aww. Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Okay, bye. Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? Alright, is it time? Paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete. Why, do you even know how much time there's left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I could have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. Oh my god, oh fuck you, buddy. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. Yeah, because I'm too good otherwise. A proud one you are. Oh, this hurts. To see them mirroring each other like that, I'm gonna throw up. You better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Damn brat, I'll sue! So true. Oh, is he gonna be next to me on the bench? Oh. I don't want him to be my assistant. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Ah! The judge has legs? Oh, that's probably the most disturbing thing I've seen in this game yet. Seeing him not behind the bench is just so odd. Oh my god. You're telling me he's not like fused to that chair and doesn't just like pop in and out of existence when it's time for a trial? Ah, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson, aww. Did someone pop Kay's balloon? Or is it like a... So it looks like the trial is about to resume. However, was Kay like pulling a prank or doing her first thievery? And she popped her balloon as a distraction? Did she help her dad escape? Is that what's happening? Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar. Without evidence from Faraday. What's that blasted buffoon up to? It's emergency, sirs! Ah!
Hello?
Silence! There shall be no yelling in the sacred hall of law. Bailiff, remove that man from this courtroom at once. Aw, please. Wait, you have to listen to me. There's an emergency. Defender lobby number 2, Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them, they're both dead, you're all— Oh my god! Was it a gunshot you heard then, Judgy? Well, shit. Who is this girly pop with the scale earrings? She's a defense attorney, right? She's serving. Stay back. No one's allowed on the crime scene, period. Okay, Mr. Grizzled Man. Just who does this oddball thing? Oddball, look at yourself, Edgeworth. This is becoming quite the hotspot. Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney? Hey, you! No running in the hallway, Belle! Oh my god, is this their first meeting? Oh, he has Gallagher vibes. I see it for sure. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. But first I have to look around. Oh my god, what the fuck? An ant trail. The sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. And it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. My eyes have locked with my reflection's eyes in the parliament. What is wrong with him? A student of Von Karma, I refuse to back. This bro is gonna have a staring contest with his own reflection? Oh. I love him. He's so stupid. He's truly just, he's just as dumb as Phoenix. He just displays it differently. Dead man. Mackerel. Lafiche. Yatagarasu. Daughter. The judge. Oh my god, I have a judge profile. Oh wow. Is this the first time we've had the judge in our profiles? And of course we don't know his age. That would ruin the mystery. Well, I need to look at everything first. Interesting. They're selling special court-themed food products here. Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Oh my god. Objection, I suppose. This ham sandwich is looking a little sus. Wait, at least 25? That's my game theory. Wait, for how old the judge is? I can see it. A drink vending machine. What are you gonna drink? Now is not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. Young judges for justice. Well, maybe we'll learn if he's actually young here. A poster of the judge. There's a longer slogan of some sort in tiny letters on the bottom. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me and my hair farther away. Cool. Is this promotional poster for the court or a hair growth product? Well, we know the judge is young now. A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, oh no, I hope that doesn't happen to somebody. They would lose a memory or two, wouldn't they? It's not as though I'd ever be so foolish to be strawberry when he's true, just the man you're in love with. I love the little Easter eggs and references to the other games here. Bennett lobby number 1. The incident took place in lobby number 2 next door. I shouldn't allow myself to be sidetracked like this. I better get a move on. I want to yap with everybody. I want to explore before yapping. And you are? Oh, me? Hey, Belle. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, Belle. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. Just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream, it's what I was born to do. Because my name's literally Detective. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. Aww. He's always been my sweet Gumshoe. This detective's entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. Look at my badge. You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not? Got it. I'm a brand spanking new detective. So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desired to see one, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. Okay, buddy. And someday I'm gonna become an ace detective just like Detective Bad. Who's Detective Bad? When are we gonna get the Gumshoe Ace Detective spin-off? Richard Gumshoe, oh my god, yeah. Is his legal name Richard? Or is it just Dick? Forget it, detective. So, Detective Gumshoe. Ace Detective, more like literally! So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? No, I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that, but it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Well, you're a problem for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. Oh, is that him with the cheese holes in his coat? So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As a coin flip, which version it'll be? Yeah. As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I had a gunshot and then I kinda froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much. And again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Oh! Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there dead. Is that everything? Yeah, that's it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Okay. And, who are you, Girly Pop? Do you have a minute? You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this. I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court. Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh? How have you known, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma? Ugh, don't do that. Stop. Do not take me for some naive novice. Oh my god. She's just like me. Oh my god. Do not take me for some naive novice. So, you're a student of Von Karma. I should have... I was her. She's me. She's just like me. Stop right there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts. Oh, thanks for the great laugh, but try not to make me laugh so much, okay? I like her. She's so me. I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. Just kidding, I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who You. Uh-oh. 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 Is there not a conflict of interest in this case if you're the defense attorney? Although you're a defense attorney, not a prosecutor. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling me the truth, then we're about to go head-to-head in court. You can't call her a novice bimbo, Edgeworth. Don't do it. But of course, I have heard much about you, Miss Yu. Oh, but of course, I have heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare. I love her. Oh my god. Everything that comes out of your mouth is hilarious, man. How do you not realize that? God. It is a shame that we will not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial to— Okay. I see now. So there is no actual time paradox because this case never actually happened. This trial never actually happened because there was a murder. So his true first court appearance was against Mia then. That makes sense. Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. What a nice squeaky clean badge you got there. You've got yourself there. I'm jealous. She's got her defense badge there. Aww. I'm sure it's gleam will dull over time with experience. Are you saying your reputation will also tarnish over time with it? I love her. Well, you just can't avoid some things in life. I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. Oh, Edgeworth. Can't believe they added me. I know. It's like they based both Kay and Callisto on me. Lawyer MC staff. I was to battle her in court. 22. She's older than Edgeworth. I'd like you to update me on the situation. I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there? If that's the case, then why are you here? What's so funny? It's just the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened. Yeah, have a heart, buddy. That's a good point. I need her to humble him so horrendously, please. I need his ass to get handed to him by a woman, please. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. Slap him, yes, please. It's fine, don't worry about it. Excuse me, but who are you? Detective Terrell Bad. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So, how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? Now showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor? Of course not! I was simply proving my title of prosecutor to you. I see, but most prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective walking around outside with his badge flashing in the sunlight. Show that off too much, and before you know it, you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals. That would definitely be a problem. Oh wait, I can't show this to Callisto, can I? It's probably too soon to point out a connection between... Yeah. Actually, Edgeworth, I'm interested in finding out what you think about it. I don't really know all that much about it. And I don't really know all that much about it either. Sorry, I guess I can't be of any service. everybody gets like their own unique character theme when I'm talking to them. Callisto's is so fun. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you, kid. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. Can we still have a trial if the defendant is dead? And one of the attorneys, even if he was going to be replaced? I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? My god, I need him to be humbled so much. He is a cocky little shit at this point in his life, and he needs to be humbled. Is he threatening me? Is he going for his gun? It's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. And he had a gun in his hand. And the man, Mr. Macrell, was shot and killed. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Ooh. Interesting, because Gumshoe said there were no signs of a struggle or no sounds of a struggle. Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe. Aww. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence! Such impudence! Ooh! This guy's really testing my patience. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides are my only gig. The Atakarasu case is also one of my assignments. How old is he? 53. So you were called upon to comment on the Atagarasu's characteristics in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Atagarasu or not. Oh well, looks like you just might have a brain after all in the head of yours, son. Call me son one more time! I'm not your son. Edgeworth thinks he's hot shit. Oh my god. Miss you? There's someone here who wishes to see you. Who is it? A Kadopian embassy staff member by the name of Minnie Cochin. Uh-oh. Oh. What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Koshin? I'll be right there. She's so girly pop. Ew. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu. Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again. No. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat? Don't do it! Fine. Let's go. Don't have good feelings about that. Bad. Von Karma. It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Atagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes. He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on though, Bad. The man that I just passed by, was he not the suspect from the KG8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. On Karma. I think you said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed, unless they're a piece of shit, which Mon Karma's the piece of shit here, but... Back on topic, I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here. She has a mini cravat too. It's so poofy.
Papa, how can you place him in charge?
Franziska, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation. What else?
Franziska von Karma. So she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his, who's also junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it.
Because he's the little brother. Aww. She's like a baby. Oh, she's not in here yet. This man is 24! What? Sorry. In what world is that man 24 years old? He looks like he's at least 40. What? You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you? Aww.
If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never.
Why does she always have to be this competitive?
Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
Yes, you can, girlie. That's just like Franziska. Aww. Baby. Little Franzi, she's 13. Aww. That's my daughter. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. As if you don't do the same in your own head. Bad. Yeah? These two will be... Oh! We get to investigate together! Ah! Okay, it's real sibling hours here. Let's fucking go! What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? Oh my god, she looks like a horse rider with this outfit. This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. Thank you, finally somebody here with like a sense of responsibility with the kids. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, Bad, and I will not tolerate... You're not a detective, but... Like, who gave you authority on this? Edgeworth, Franziska, I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir.
Aww. Yes, Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. If I lose like 1 HP, do I instantly lose? Because he demands perfection. Hold up, Von Karma. I still haven't agreed to this.
Miles Edgeworth.
It's been quite some time, Franziska.
This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see. Okay, Sonic. Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
She hasn't changed a bit. Oh my god, she's always been hitting people.
Miles Edgeworth. As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
Crying out loud. I've been reduced to a babysitter. Gumshoe's just standing there. Looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be the most arduous task. Oh my god. Yowie? Sorry. Aww, it's like they're hugging almost. It's the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously. Gumshoe said he didn't hear signs of a struggle, so they obviously weren't fighting. Unless they were fighting silently, which I don't think you can do like that.
Miles Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Common name.
A competition?
The person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is dishonored to the name?
Exactly. I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come out.
Sorry, I need water.
I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come from your foolishly foolish mouth.
Fine, whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy.
Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. And you love it, Edgeworth. Come on, don't tell me you're not into this. You love a competition. You kids over there. Oh my god. Kid?
Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids, kid.
How dare you call me a kid as well?
Girl, you're a child. I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. You're gonna watch over these two. Yes, sir. The bad, sir. No, do what I say from now on, kids, okay? Alright.
You better not get in our way, Scruffy. Scruffy! Aww.
Man. Gumshoe would be the type of babysitter that would just let the kids boss him around. And that's exactly what's gonna happen here.
You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
Then you prosecute a boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. Now, even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, it's time to get investigated. Gotta move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time... it's the first salary docking threat, isn't it? It'll be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. Yay, the first of many. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, Belle. He's so naive.
Detective Bad, may I have a word with you?
What is it? How old is Gumshoe here? 26. I'm convinced Gumshoe came out of the womb looking like that. I can't imagine him, like, even when younger, I can't imagine him with any other, like, appearance. What is it? It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads to our first question of the investigation. Where did the Ben acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Condopian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. That symbol, that pattern. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Blunt. That is a blunt TV. What if? It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. We must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Von Common name.
Yay!
First, let's look at all the other things. Here's a decadent plant's foliage, is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. A potted plant like Charlie? Aww. It looks like the sofa's ready to be disposed of. It's so soft I could sleep for all 25 hours of the day. Does Gumshoe experience the dark hour? Gumshoe persona user? What's his persona? If only I could. Jesus, Edgeworth! Oh my god, he's so mean! Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, Belle. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, Belle? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Gummy likes disturbing the peace. He does. How are you doing, Navsy? The window is open and there's a fresh flowery scent in the air. Ugh, the flowers in the garden out there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? You're playing Ghost Trick! Ooh, that's exciting. How is it? I think I definitely want to try to squeeze in Ghost Trick next year. It's not a terribly long game, I don't think, so we could get through it pretty quickly. At least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. I wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. It's very fun so far, nice. Are you really ignoring the fact there are also iron bars on the windows? No human can climb through them. Scent of flowers. Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one could get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. You also bought Metaphor? Nice! Did you start playing it yet? I'm so excited, Belle! This is my first real crime scene. Let's get investigating. Detective Gumshoe? I thought investigations were supposed to be conducted in a calm, collected manner. What do you know about running an investigation, little boy prosecutor? I know that at the very least, I have a greater grasp than you of what happened here. No, but I played the demo a little bit. Nice. I started my New Game Plus run of Metaphor today, where I'm gonna try to get all the achievements that I missed. Skipped all the cutscenes and dialogues, I guess because you want to experience it when you start it for real. I see that. Why, you don't know any more than me, Belle. Look, you just stay behind me, boy, and out of the way. Ironic coming from the guy that's been a step behind me the entire case. This is my first time setting foot inside the courthouse. Who would have thought it'd be for my first case as a detective? Now I finished P4 Golden. Let's go. All I see is Naoto and you. Nice. Naoto is great. And you know, I get the feeling that I'll be coming here a lot more in the future. Also, congratulations on finishing P4. As a suspect, Jesus, Edgeworth! Honestly, I hope Gumshoe is like the one character that never gets accused of murder in this series. Yeah. Naoto, best girl, agreed. Of course not, Belle. P4 got me in shambles, oh no. Anyway, this lobby is actually pretty luxurious. I mean, for a defendant's lobby, it's got a pretty big TV. Oh, and there's that tea set on the table over there. But you didn't know that I like to drink tea. Wow, this room is really decked out. Oh my god, you like tea too? We have something in common. December 3rd? December 3rd is a time, yeah. I mean, spending time here, maybe being a suspect isn't such a bad thing after— Is this place nicer than your apartment, buddy? I'm beginning to suspect that leaving this detective in charge of anything might be bad. It is indeed a time. But he is right, this room is rather well furnished. And somewhere in this room, the truth is slumbering. It's time to find it and give it a wake-up call. So, Detective Gumshoe. Now what is it, boy? All the people to call me that. This detective is by far the least qualified. Wanted to ask you about how the investigation is proceeding. Oh, you finished the P4 anime too! Ooh! I've not actually watched the entire anime, but I have seen like a bunch of clips from it. And the dub is very funny, yeah. See for yourself, Belle. Oh, do I do a great detective bad or what? Oh my god, did you pick up Pal from him? Has this man not a professional bone in his body? Very well, then I would inspect the victims' bodies myself. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Yunarakami, he is wild. Like, he's just really chill, going along with whatever. Yeah, Yu is really cool. He's just a really chill dude. And I love like his deadpan humor. Like, it's so good. I think I know the exact scene you're talking about, Nazi. It's real. Soyo is real. Faraday and Rel. Looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? We need a boy counter. Now I've been downgraded to just boy? The nerve of these people, oh no!
Hello, Franzi. Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out? Oh, he's not deadpan and... Okay, I mean, I guess I have seen some clips where he seems not like... I guess like dry humor is probably better, the better way to describe it. But yeah, he seems very chill.
This is a competition, Miles, and as such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
As you wish. Tea. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know. Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off. What is a bag? Now, he is a unique individual indeed. There's some stuff in the bag, pal. I suppose this is Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence. I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything you do? TV. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, Val. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. I don't think you can afford it, buddy. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. TV, you're huge. Whoa! Oh my god, touchscreen TV? I'm way too noisy. You're the noisy one, Scruffy. Don't touch it. We'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. A foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. The TV has been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me! I didn't touch anything! TV? Oh my god, P4 reference? Gumshoe, you do know what will happen if you touch something again. Right. Salary, Doc. I won't touch anything. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. You'll fall in. And you get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. Alright, is that everything but the pile of bodies? I think so. And then we have Kanaiza over there too. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rel. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, they didn't like naturally fall like that. Somebody did that. Using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? Urethra! My detective instincts just hit me real hard. Gumshoe, if he's trying to mimic Edgeworth's Eureka moments, he would say urethra completely unintentionally. It's Mr. Rel that fell first, see? No way! I don't need a detective's instinct for that, it's common sense! Got a tab, no worries, I hope dinner is good. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Gun. Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. So he shot Mr. Rel and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun. I guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science, even I know how to pull a trigger. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. Hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Okay, was found in his hand. What's this on his hand here? Is that like gunpowder? His hand is all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, the splotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Okay. He's left-handed. That gun was planted in his right hand. I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. Surely you aren't just making it up, Val. No, Edgeworth really is just that pretentious. Why are there plastic bags scattered around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, Val. I know that much, Detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, Val? Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Mr. Faraday, how ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse. Yeah, why did it be like this? I don't know what to say. Can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. And get back to work. Find out the cause of the murder. Right. I'm on it, pal. Looks like Mr. Rell died with a knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. He must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with him for a very different intention in mind? I should jot down some notes about it. Mr. Rell's cause of death was from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? Can't confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Labby? Labby? Yes, sir, we've taken enough photos of the scene, sir. There you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. How is he gonna be touching the bodies? Okay. Alright. What the? A pen? There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. You know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because the Detective Bad is always telling me you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes. Somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby. Yes, sir, verifying it now, sir. Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. First he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know? Oh, what makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled to the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yep. Do you know about it? It's a special feeling that all that... We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Shot in the chest. Takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory in any case.
What a crazy way to go!
Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. Okay. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Anything else or no? Oh yeah, I looked at the knife. Ow. Yeah, I'm sure being stabbed in the stomach would hurt. Alright, logic. A splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Oh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe? I confirm the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see it. Good work. Ah, you know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Undisturbed. I'm gonna try connecting these. Something messy and then something not messy. There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of this bag is related somehow.
Please get that blood away from me, Belle.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on. Let me ask the lab guy.
Alright, please hurry.
Wait till you get a load of this, Belle. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either.
It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Okay, if you say so, I'll leave it in your hands, pal.
Okay.
I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other.
No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there is another possibility.
No way, pal, really?
I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene.
Urethra!
Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. I need an ergo counter for this game. How many times has he said it? It's been at least 5. And yet the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene.
Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen?
The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died.
Someone else?
Plastic bags scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand? I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Here's the autopsy report.
It is probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting.
Okay.
It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course, the incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin for doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Huh. Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true?
Oh, she's so competitive.
It's all right. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. All right. Sibling debate. I want to look at the notes we have here. 4 p.m. Gunshot was discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. Faraday died of a knife stab to the chest. Shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Bell died of a bullet wound, no gunpowder. Possible he was alive for a little while. There.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Bell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Bell. And Mr. Bell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory.
Hold it!
Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously?
I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see. It's been documented clear as day.
What if you're gonna update the autopsy report, buddy?
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Bell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement?
Your foolishness has no end, doesn't it, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need.
Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. Bell before being stabbed.
You're finally beginning to catch on, I see.
Hold it!
So you believe the dying Mr. Bell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rao became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rao was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
She's doubting herself. Can you really say that it's perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, so if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Fine.
They struggled. Alright, so the struggle is going to be what we're going to point out, but I just want to press for dialogue.
About this statement, Mr. Rao used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see that they had a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do.
How does one compare that to how much a crop can do with the state of this room?
Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else I can explain for you?
No, that'll be fine. It's funny, Edgeworth is beefing with a child here. That's kind of funny.
Hold it!
Claiming speculation as fact already. Don't you feel the evidence is a bit lacking?
You'll find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell. In addition, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, making the counterattack impossible. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from their fight. I dare say there's more evidence here than you could whip away at.
Looks like she's become more and more confident. And looking at this place, she might have a right to be. So they're saying... Her theory, I guess I'm also kind of going based on the position, you know. Faraday attacked first. Then her theory would be how he attacked first, and then Rel counterattacked and killed him instantly. Then he would be on the bottom then, right? But signs of a struggle seem to be what we're pointing out here.
Looks like you're starting to see my point. I was good as won our little competition.
There's something strange about Franziska's theory. I should compare her claim with the data I've gathered thus far. Alright. Well, let's see what we have. Anything to show that there was no struggle.
Objection!
Yeah, there. Literally just Gumshoe's words. If the two men were fighting, this struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. And you're taking stock— look at him, taking stock in Gumshoe's words.
You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rell get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed.
Isn't there something strange in Franziska's statement just now? Well, he did die instantaneously. Right? So what you're saying is this. He took the knife and then Mr. Faraday shot after being stabbed.
Something doesn't add up. Oh, really?
I mean, the autopsy report, right?
Take that!
I mean, that was what she said in her first statement, right? According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that.
Oh, you got me.
But of course.
Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died.
Wasn't that her original theory, too?
That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory? I see you've been studying, Franziska.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory to that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid. I'm still expected to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Franziska, you've still got a ways to go. Oh! You're gonna make her mad.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in the scene. The order the bodies fell, because he would have been on the bottom if he died first, right? Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled.
No!
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must—
No, not so fast, Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think you ought to think a bit more outside the box.
Like outside this room?
And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. Alright.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
Lack of gunpowder, they didn't attack at the same time, because they wasn't shot up close. The hole is the bullet hole. Well, I have to press everything for dialogue, but they didn't attack at the same time because the gun was not fired at point-blank range.
Hold it!
No, Franzi.
Objection!
Oh my god, let him speak!
Pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad your trick only works on fools.
Psst. That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rel.
Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you.
So do you think you could hold on for a minute? Oh! Franziska, I'll make you a deal. Hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours.
Oh, I'll hold on to it all right, as I whip you.
Oh my god, they're so siblings. Aww.
Well, now that you've quieted down a bit, I'd like to continue if you don't mind.
Hold it!
The two fell on top of each other. Don't you find that to be just a bit strange?
Not at all.
I can see it in her eyes. She's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart.
Miles Edgeworth, once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile.
They did not, but okay. Let's just get dialogue out of this. What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rel while holding both the knife and revolver. And then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got.
Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
I don't see any point to that, but as you please.
Okay.
Hold it!
I just want to get dialogue. You're saying they attacked each other at the same time from close range?
Exactly. Mr. Faraday pointed the gun at Mr. Rel's chest and pulled the trigger. Mr. Rel then took the knife from Mr. Faraday and stabbed him before he fell unconscious. The dead Mr. Faraday instantly fell on top of Mr. Rel from the stabbing, pinning Mr. Rel under him, where he died shortly thereafter. And that's how they ended up on top of each other with no contradictions to be seen.
Hold it!
Do you really believe they fell in the exact opposite order in which they attacked?
Miles Edgeworth?
You're not listening to a word that I'm saying. Yeah, listen to girls, Miles. Listen to women and girls.
They both attacked each other at the same time, and Mr. Rel fell first by chance, leaving Mr. Faraday to just happen to fall on top of him.
You're telling me a man just happens to fall like that? He orchestrated it! Man, my brother and I have been quoting the chicanery speech quite a lot over the past few days. I don't know where it came from, but we just did. And he gets to be a lawyer. What a sick joke! So the two men attacked each other with Mr. Rel randomly falling down first. The fact that the order they attacked each other in varies from the order they fell doesn't cause a problem for me. However, there's definitely one certain aspect I'm having trouble swallowing. Hey, girly pop.
Objection!
The finger wag! So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Let's go. Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on top of each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, there is only one possible explanation.
What a completely foolish and a foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool! If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who?
It's gonna be a third party, right? The first shot would have been from somebody else. Actually, here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can be only one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit.
Miles Edgeworth. That's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If the third person was truly here, the fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. Well, let's look at this bag. It's blood here is from Mr. Faraday, but there are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question, do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve this evidence? Miles Edgeworth. I mean, we haven't used that yet. Who planted this bag? Yeah. I'm just gonna go with that. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. Ridley, hello! Sound logic on bagging an evidence bag that has become evidence. True, yeah. And then if that bag holding that evidence becomes part of another crime, you put it in another evidence bag, and then it just keeps going on and on and on as that bag continues to be evidence in another crime. How many evidence bags can you fit in? Like, it's like the Russian dolls. Like, how many of them can you put in other evidence bags? I hope we're doing well, Ridley. These two items point to the presence of a third person.
How so?
Nesting evidence bag recursion, yes. Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. Was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, and the bag preventing fingerprints from getting on it too. Whoa! They were able to conceal their presence. Congratulations, Miles, you just owned a child. Looks like you still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
Who the hell? Oh my god, is that Callisto's objection? That's not the voice I was expecting, okay. What the heck's up with you, pal? Oh my god, standing judge. Judge he's not just standing, he's outside of the courtroom. Oh my god, this feels so wrong. Oh my god. Mr. Bad, I advise you to No! I was literally just saying, I hope Gumshoe is the one character that never actually gets accused of murder. And it's literally in this case. Oh my god. That's an anti-Apollo moment. Oh my god. Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare! That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement. I'll let His Honor explain it himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you! During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir. How could anybody look at Gumshoe, like spend 5 minutes with him and think that he's capable of orchestrating a murder? Come on, let's be real here.
It would appear the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles.
Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest. I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Show him the puppy eyes, come on.
Hold it!
Does that man look capable of planning this and setting this all up? Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? I love that, like, defense attorneys and prosecutors can basically become detectives in this universe. They don't get paid more for this, do they? What the hell? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma.
Oh my god. The British is coming out of me. Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you detect this words, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? Okay. Let's see. Oh my god, we're already in the middle section. Callisto Yu joins the fray. State of the hallway. Detective Gumshoe, I take it that no one else was in the hallway at any time, correct? Huh? Oh, of course not, Belle. You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? Watch your mouth, Belle. You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence. I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point.
Miles Edgeworth, how can you be losing a battle of wits with this detective? You're a disgrace.
Okay. Why wasn't he in the hallway? Detective Gumshoe, why were you missing from the hallway for a span of time? Look, Val, like I said, I was there the whole time, okay? But there is testimony against it.
Miles Edgeworth, why are you wasting time with a completely useless question? The only logical reason as to why he was absent is that he was busy committing the crime. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool.
All right. Motive. I suppose the one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir. Not me, not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir. Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying!
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know.
If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. She's so me. It was about a week ago. I saw the detective get chewed up by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "There's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. It's gonna happen a bunch over his whole career. Huh? How's that for the perfect explanation? Girl, if you could see him years in the future. You totally misunderstand me, Belle. No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge. White. Can't trust anything you say. Sir? There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Monsieur's perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all. A week ago. Then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintances? No way. I only met him in person today. And how did you know about Detective Gumshoe? Oh, I've seen him around before.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday was upset. Yeah, you know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. But there he was, totally beat red in the face. She's so me. I laugh at situations when I really shouldn't, and I also think everything about Miles Edgeworth is hilarious. And the offending detective just stood there, pale as a ghost, like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right? Oh, I'm completely innocent, I tell you. The poor man. It was quite the scene with the detective.
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's why when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier, I knew to steer clear of him. No way! Aw, that's kind of mean. I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face. You have a bandage stuck on your face. But you do! Well, what have I got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth. Oh, and those ridiculous eyebrows. She's so mean. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man, messing with your head is just too much fun. Don't be mean to him though. Okay, she's just like me minus the making fun of Gumshoe. I feel bad. Look at him. He's so sad. Miss you, if you don't mind, I'd like to return to your testimony now. Sure, why not?
Hold it!
To cut a new detective's salary right off the bat like that? I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that a common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too? I suppose I did. It's only natural to cut a worthless detective's salary down to their actual worth. My father can even fire anyone, new or old, with the snap of his fingers. Do you think maybe that's reason enough for detectives to hate you people? I mean, oh, I guess they really shouldn't cut people's pay. Yeah. Detective Bad, don't tell me Mr. Von Karma cut your salary earlier. Not a fan of throwing hands in general, but I would throw hands instantly here. Yeah, like don't make fun of Kami.
Hold it!
Like he looks like a kicked puppy. How can you do that to him? Make fun of Miles more instead, please. You call your explanation perfect. Is it not to your liking? Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case? Okay. Oh god, what do I even have? What do I even have? What do I even have about Gumshoe aside from this statement? I don't even know. I don't know. You know what? Screw it. Let's raise an objection and see what happens. Clear this one thing up for me. Okay, motive for killing Mr. Rel. Yeah, why would he want to do that? I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. Oh, well, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel? His motive for killing Rel? Like I would know. If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What if it's you or Manny? Or even Bad, I don't know. She must know something. Wait. Can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh. Okay, that's real, though. I didn't even do anything, and you're already laughing away. See, that I can relate to. Him just existing is hilarious to me. Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway. Oh, would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight, or is that a requisite trait for being a Von Karma? Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up. Or we should both be quiet for just— Oh my god, Miles! Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids. There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. Was Rel involved in the case, the first KG8? I mean, Faraday was the attorney on this, right? Or the prosecutor? All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rel, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set it to look like they had killed each other. What if I present that newspaper and be like, bestie, you maybe had a grudge against him, I don't know. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? Okay, and that.
Hold it!
So there's no one else who might have a grudge against both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. But I'm pretty sure no one like that was here in this courthouse today. She's lying through her teeth. We just saw someone like that here earlier. Besides, you don't need to prove that the killer had a grudge against both men.
Hold it!
Are you and Manny co-conspirators here? Or did you— No, she said she wanted nothing to do with Manny. What if he, like, blackmailed her into, like— What if Manny did the deed and, like, he's blackmailing her into, like, getting somebody else convicted? I don't know. Someone with a grudge against one of the men? In that case, aren't there plenty of other people who fit the bill? Sure. After all, who doesn't garner scorn from another simply by being alive? But the only one who held a grudge and acted upon it by killing was Detective Gumshoe. Furthermore...
Hold it!
So you're saying that he was basically silenced? Aren't you glad you managed to avoid the same fate, Your Honor? Why, if you had been the one to witness the blood-covered detective... Girl, are you laughing at the thought of the judge dying? What? A Detective Gumshoe? She was kill even me? What? I could never do something as terrible as that, Your Honor. There's no need for even a second of deliberation. I'll hand down my verdict here. Your Honor, take a look around. We are not in court I mean, we are in the courthouse, but, like, semantics. It'd be greatly appreciated if you would stay here with us in reality. Please forgive me. I know not what I do. And you there, Miss Yu. Hurry up and continue with your testimony. If you fail to do so, I will whip you into shape. That's nice. Sounds kind of like fun, actually. Anyway, Detective Gumshoe had to erase the witness, Mr. Rel.
Hold it!
I didn't do it, Belle! No hard feelings, but I don't think we can take the word of a criminal seriously. But they can't even begin to think of ways to set up a crime scene. Yeah, he's genuinely too stupid to do this. How does nobody see that? I suppose you do lack the necessary tactical mind required to do such a thing. No, why do you have to kick a man when he's down, pal? You shouldn't put yourself down, detective. You're a big boy. I bet you thought it up all by yourself, right? Yeah, that's what. Oh my god, Gumshoe, please. Jesus, he has the mental acuity of a worm. That's a new one. Hmm.
Objection!
Oh, do I need to do the first statement? Instead of the second one, then? You say you're a disciple of Von Karma. I can't wait to see what kind of prodigy you really turn out to be in court. Because right now, you're just a prodigy among mistaken buffoons, that's for sure. Miles Edgeworth, you'll take your punishment for soiling the good name of Von Karma. Your simultaneous rebukes are punishment enough. Okay, so maybe it's the first statement then.
Objection!
How was Mr. Rell involved in the first incident? I can't remember. Monsieur, I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, it is because you'd rather not bring this person up. What do you mean? We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. And maybe is it because he's worked at the embassy? Is that it? I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Kodopian embassy staff, Mr. Rell. And the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. You telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men? You know, a member of the staff, yeah. Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two. Yo, you covered for me, pal. No. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect, make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak. You want to investigate Cochin? You'll just be wasting your time. And why is that? Cochin was up in the viewing gallery, watching the trial. Or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived. And the only real suspect we still have is Detective Gumshoe. I suppose so. No way, come on, Detective Bad, you gotta believe me, sir. I really wasn't that all way the whole time, sir. I never took a single step into this room, sir. Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No, there was no one else, sir. Why should I believe you didn't do it? That is one incredibly foolish detective, standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. I have to admit it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he's innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up I spaced out while on duty or the like. Gumshoe, time for your interrogation. No, Gummy, no! Detective Bad. No. Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa. And that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Oh ho ho! First Santa Claus, I'm a day late for Christmas, but I'm still Santa. Well, I suppose we should be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do miss you, there is something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? Everything is neat and tidy. So, what do you want to ask me about? Miss you. Is this the same thing as before? Yeah. All right. All right. The current case of the murdered Kodopian Embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident. Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident. I'd appreciate it if you stop with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. Think you could stop making that ultra-serious face in front of me? If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her. Okay, I did do that. Okay, I had to talk first. Makes sense. Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident. That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident? Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? She's still laughing, oh my god. Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. Girl! You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. And I couldn't help but... You know what, that's kind of real of her. Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth. Alright. I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU. As I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial. By Manny Kochin. But because he was tried once, and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree. All because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Kochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Bad. And the evidence had been tampered with? Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? A smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. Or Colin, yeah. And they bailed Mr. Kochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. On this case, the people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Why did Mr. Kochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. Oh, that's fucked up. What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with the scary face already. I'm fine, really. I give him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I am sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Girl, Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. I'm making no such face. Did you know? Laughter's the best medicine, Edgeworth. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. Aww. You stood up offering condolences and she's laughing. Yeah. Girl, like, I guess there's such a thing as, like, you know, toxic positivity and all. Like, you know, is some of this laughter forced to kind of like, you know, I'm depressed, but laughing makes me feel happy, so I'm going to do that. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. Well, he clearly doesn't take that advice, actually, because he still has a stick up his ass, even after he's kind of, like, redeems himself, so... The KG-8 incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus that detective, Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Oh, the way he keeps saying perfect! Oh, I'm... Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name. My name isn't Miles Edgeworth. Edgy, stop. I'm gonna be... Stop, don't do this to me. Okay. Alright, I am going to take a quick bathroom break and then I will come back and play a little more. I'm gonna run an ad. I can run an ad right now, right? Okay, I will. Alright, I'll be back in a moment. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let us continue investigating. Yeah, let's go. Oh no, the water fountain! Hello, Nanosphere, how's it going? So, what is to become of the trial on the Kodobian embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Huh, looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut.
And it's gonna be with Mia. He's laying on the couch saluting. Oh my god, is he saluting in his sleep? Oh my god. Good. How am I in Edgeworth? Pretty good. At the beginning of stream, I did some polls on Honkai Star Rail. I pulled Fugue early at like 46 pity. And then I decided to go for Gallagher Eidolons on the Firefly banner. And then at like 20 pity, I got E1 Firefly. So then I decided to use all of my remaining Janes to go for Firefly's Light Cone. And I got Brania's Light Cone, which I already had. Cool. I also did not get any Gallagher Eidolons, so just fuck me, I guess. But I did have good luck that turned into bad luck, so, but that's how I'm doing tonight. I suppose it can't be helped. The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. So, what do you think about the murder of the Kodobian embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel? What an outrageous circus it has all become! That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. An outrageous circus. Right, sir. You're not a clown, you're the entire circus. I haven't honked in forever, forgot how the pity system works. For character banners, there's a 50-50 chance of getting the the banner character. And if you don't get the banner character, the next time you get a 5-star, it will be the banner character. And pity goes up to 90, and 90 you're guaranteed a 5-star, and I think around 75 you get into like the soft pity zone where you have an increased chance of getting a 5-star. With the light cone banner, hard pity is 80, and there's a 75-25 chance of getting the rate up light cone, and I was the unfortunate 25. And this is also the first time I've ever pulled on the light cone banner. Big mistake. I grow weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it. Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation. Whatever for? I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find out the perfect proof of his guilt. See, he's looking for perfect proof of guilt, not like the truth. Oh, that hurts. I'm killing Von Karma with my mind. I'm like shooting invisible lasers from my mind into his head, and he's dying right now. And he's just gonna take that.
Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders?
Oh my god, words.
Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I, we're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It'll give us some real-life experience, wouldn't you agree?
If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then you're allowing us to continue? In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. Oh. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet. So my first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case.
Franzi!
Look at my badge. You don't have this badge yet.
Do you think you could win this competition by simply showing that to me?
Not at all. In fact, I was planning to thank you all. You're being the annoying older brother rubbing it in her face. Wouldn't be he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't be that kind of person, actually. I wouldn't be a prosecutor today without you and your father. See, he's like very gracious. Even in this Bratworth phase, he's still very gracious.
I didn't really do much. You became a prosecutor first, that's all. But just you wait and see, Miles Edgeworth. Very soon, I'll be a prosecutor too.
Good, then we can both send criminals away together as colleagues.
That you can be sure that I will always get more convictions than you.
It's almost cute that she's gone this far to insist that she'll always win. Almost.
It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing.
And here we had thought that it was a case where two men had killed each other.
We're lacking in information. And as a Von Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation.
Indeed, it is as you say.
Oh, I can't believe we agree on something!
This is such a sibling moment. Just what is so revolting about agreeing?
Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to this case.
Indeed. Even if you had not said it, I was planning to do so anyway.
Ah! What was that lash for?
Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. I am not exactly a fan of plastic models per se, but even I can sense the superb quality of this model.
I simply can't comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle.
Oh, I see. Psst. Franziska, you need a hobby, please. You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things. Franziska, please get a hobby. Perhaps I should take up whipping people like the young lady over here. You're 13. You should be playing on the playground, not studying for the bar exam.
I can't stop the water, sir.
Seems that man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretend not to see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool.
Well, then why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water-drinking fool's mouth is the thing the officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later.
Jesus. She seems to have quite the grudge. Sounds to me like someone wanted a drink.
Miles Edgeworth?
Yes?
What is the meaning of this bulletin board? Why are there so few trials posted?
It would appear the entire week is devoted to Mr. Rell's trial.
Is the crime rate really that low in this country? Or maybe the police lack the proper motivation to get out there and catch the criminals.
I'm afraid I can't comment on that, however. I can say I have my doubts about the younger detectives. Psst.
Sounds to me they're in need of a stricter hand. And I'll start my discipline regimen with that pathetic, filthy-coated detective.
Feel bad for the big guy, and yet I can find no suitable reason to stop him. Maybe don't hit people, Franziska, unless they're disrespecting you. What's the matter, officer? I've been standing here for forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it? Oh, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone, so I'm gonna hold it. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all.
If I'm not authorized personnel, then what, may I ask, do you think I am?
The younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship? I mean, he's not wrong.
I'm not the younger one, he is.
Psst. I love her insistence on that. It's so funny. I believe there is a more objectionable part you should be upset over, Franziska. And they're siblings, aww. Nothing to report. Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job? Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa.
Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream.
Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. 1 second. Oh wait, no, I don't want to go yet. I need to talk to everybody first. It's a bookshelf. What's this? Judge's Trial Exchange Log. It appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out here on these pages. There's nothing about the court in here. It's just page after page of unrelated drivel. Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu, and it appears that fried oysters are a favorite. I have no use for such foolishly foolish words from the foolishly foolish crowd. Someone please assure me this is not the true state of this country's judiciary. It wasn't me, I tell you. I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, I understand, so let's just calm down, okay, buddy? I doubt I get anything useful from the detective while he's this agitated. Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth, and who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family name. About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with the lines on your forehead. Yeah, and that to ask of you? What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard— Who's we? And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad. Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. So I take it you were acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident. That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. You know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? Yes, Echo, we have baby Franzi. She's so small.
The victim of that case, CCU, is my little sister. You're making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make it a point to rub some more salt into his wounded pride every time I see him. Me too, bestie. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. He did mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. What if Bad's the Yatagarasu? I'm pretty sure it's... well... Kay says she's the successor to the Yatagarasu, and Faraday, you know, connection. Wouldn't that be too obvious? What if this guy's, or even Cece, I don't know. Maybe I should ask her what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. What if Cece? I don't know. You claim that at the time of the murder, you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess?
We do, and that's what I was planning to do. Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? She looks like she plays Fortnite! Oh my god. Franzi would rage at Fortnite. Oh my god. She would be like, calling everybody fools at all times. Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody. My god, bloody. Not Edgeworth. What? Stop acting British, Edgeworth, please. She's not laughing. Her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders occurred. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. I see. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Macrel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from the KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rel all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up. Mr. Rel's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the Kodopian embassy itself. She's like the type that her own team would shoot her on sight in that game. No! She's the type that would friendly fire if her teammates mess up their plan or whatever.
Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him?
Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer was actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas.
I don't believe it, you're so serious. Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry, forgive my rashness. Kay said she's the second Yatagarasu. I don't know, was CC the has nothing, I was wondering if you'd tell me about the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about that character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them.
Thank you for the follow!
Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know.
Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives.
You're not very funny or witty, are you? Oh my god, is that the real Francisco Von Karma in chat? No way! Franzi! Oh my god, hi! I hope you're doing well. You still haven't been paid, Echo? Oh my god, that sucks! And they told you the first one would be before Christmas, right? Oh my god, I hope it's just like a holiday delay or something, but oh my god. Like Franzi, it's a I don't know, sorry, that's just a nickname that I call her. I have like silly nicknames for everybody in this game. Genuinely think they didn't pay me at all? Sweet, nice. They're just stalling? That's awful. Like, you deserve to be, if you worked, you deserve to be paid. Like, that can't be legal. Well, I hope it comes through in the next couple days, because otherwise, that's very concerning. Francisca, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully. Oh!
There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted.
That just now was hilarious, little missy.
Of course it was.
And she can do it with a straight face. What is wrong with these two women? Why does my paint give them delight? They're just like me.
And so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say, I've never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany.
The Yatagarasu deals in information. Namely, in digging out dirt about backroom dealings in the likes of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to see.
Vigilante or not, this person sounds like just another criminal to me.
I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. Wow, rare defense attorney that actually gets money? I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. Oh, can I actually talk to him now? Any new Franzi dialogue? No. You alright now, buddy? Detective Gumshoe.
Hey, it's you, Belle. You here?
Ouch!
As am I.
I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that.
I didn't do it, Belle.
I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, Detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, Belle. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. That's right. Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so, even had you not requested me to, Detective. He doesn't have any new dialogue for my badge, does he? I'm not saying a peep, pal, cause I'm not the killer. Alright. All I ever wanted to do was become a detective, pal, so I never want to be a killer. Yeah, that's a totally different career path. Alright. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Dad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported into my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech.
I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom.
How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere school child. Aww. I mean, if it's like a change in routine, I don't blame him. You claim to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the orders to do so, and from whom? Earlier, around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, Bell. That's kind of suspicious, I don't know. Today's trial took a really crazy turn. So I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, Belle.
So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh?
Now then, Detective Gumshoe, oh my god, my voice.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nope, not a thing, pal. Okay, it's definitely something.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Wait! You can't do that!
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Bad, so, you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket?
Hands off, pal.
Just show it to us already.
No! Bonus! Oh, money for Gummy! Annual bonus check $5, except there's no check. You've had your look, now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus as a brand new detective. Aww. I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know? So that envelope is really special to me. Okay, that's kind of sweet and sad. Aww.
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't really.
No, Francie, no! Stop kicking him while he's down. Give Gummy a break, please. Literally had no money on him until he cashed this. Okay. I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning. Now.
I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. But since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm.
Officer, I ask that you wait a second. There's still one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Yeah. This statement, right? Well, first, actually, can I... Yeah. Can I go in here, though? I want to go in here. I want to stand here. It's the witness stand.
I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty.
There are others besides the defendant that stand at this podium, you know.
I don't care. Just make sure you never upstanding at one of these. Whoop.
Oh, you'll be sorry. I'll keep that in mind. Oh my god, can we like sit here? Can we go up? Ah! I'm the judge!
This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top.
I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel. Oh my god, so did Phoenix. They're soulmates.
You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth.
You have no idea how frightening it was. Aww. The judge's chair. It It must be wonderful to be able to sit the whole time.
Yes, as opposed to us prosecutors and defense attorneys who have to stand. I think it'd only be fair if the judge has to stand the whole time, too.
His Honor is an old man. He should be afforded some comforts.
Fine, he can enjoy his chair, but he'll share our pain through my lashes.
I fear for the judge if Franziska was to ever become a real prosecutor. Oops. Oh wait, what's this? The gallery.
It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit when they come to watch.
It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that's to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides.
Miles Edgeworth, are you or are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes?
What sort of... Of course I'm man enough! This feels illegal, to stand up here where the judge goes. Like this, I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to do this. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh my god, she's chasing. We're chasing. We're running. Can I go back here?
Any day now, I'll be taking my rightful place behind this bench.
By that time, I should already be standing here.
It'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it?
That's what happened, Franziska. I'll eat my... Get munchin', buddy. It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on the side of the courtroom if... Oh, Edgeworth, stop!
What are you thinking about? Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking.
But I'll have you know I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow. Not yet, though. Oh my god, I got an achievement for examining all the benches and the podium and everything. Cool. Alright, Gumshoe. Hey, what's the deal with this? You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, Belle.
Then you were also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yup, not even a single lamp.
Why are you so specific about ants? Because there are literally ants crawling up the wall there, buddy. You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Huh?
Alright, I see there's another ad right now. I'm so sorry. I need to take another quick bathroom break. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I'll be back. So sorry. Hi, I'm so sorry about that. Sorry, I'm back. I'm back. Hello. Hi. But it's true. I didn't see anyone go through the hallway and I didn't hear anything else, Belle. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what even I can imagine. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobbies is in order. Ah! Hello? Oh my god, I should not have been drinking during that. Oh my god, oh god, I just like choked. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. No. Girl, you okay? Is she whistling? How could you not notice that coming? She's a phantom thief. You never see it coming. Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? Aww.
That's exactly what I needed.
Kids can sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like she dropped something.
A Swiss roll, courthouse special.
Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be about...
she's like 10 years old. I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. What was the reason for that, Kay?
We have to confirm who's correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? I suppose we should inspect the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next, then.
I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska? Any new dialogue? Oh yes, there is new dialogue.
That Scruffface's movements during the recess are really suspicious.
Oh, I suppose you noticed it too, then.
Of course I did. Scruffy is giving us a testimony that is nothing but harmful to himself. Normally, criminals would tell the opposite type of lie in an attempt to escape.
Yes, that is exactly the same point I'm having trouble understanding. It seems that I need to expose what he was really up to during the recess. And to do that, I should head to the hallway where he was supposedly standing guard. Oh, can I inspect this? Ooh. Courthouse special Swiss rolls. Is this being sold somewhere on the premise? I used to love Swiss rolls when I was younger. I liked the Little Debbie Swiss rolls better than the Hostess Ho-Hos. I think they were like cakier, and like the Hostess ones, like the icing on them is like more crackly and crumbly, and I didn't like the texture as much, but I like the Swiss roll texture more. Too bad I can't eat them anymore though.
I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse.
I somehow doubt you'd find junk food like this on a restaurant menu, Franziska.
Well then, where do they sell these kinds of things, huh?
A convenience store, I suppose.
But I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth.
Where in the world did this come? Wasn't there like the vending machine out there though? Wait, can I inspect this?
Scruffy's annual bonus envelope? What a useless piece of evidence.
Yes, well, obvious point aside, what do you think about the low amount of money?
A pathetic amount for a pathetic detective. I think it rather suits him.
But don't you think it's a bit too low, even for an officer like him? Buddy, you have no room to talk considering what you're gonna do in the future. I know you don't know that because it's the future, but still.
By his pay, I can tell he's a fool that I never trust anything to. A foolish fool like him would only blot my record with foolishly foolish mistakes. Well, not that it matters. I'll never have to work with that pathetic fool anyway.
Oh, bestie. That is a bit harsh, even for you, Franziska. Alright, let's go. Oh, you good, buddy? So, did you see anything else? Man, standing judge is so bizarre to me. Oh, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. What if the judge is a suspect at some point? Like, I don't know if it's probably gonna be it's probably not like in this game, but like in the future. Although, I'm not gonna say anything actually. Now, excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Well, the new prosecutor, Mr. Von Karma, recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
Aww, and I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see, Mr. New Prosecutor recommended my... Did she whip him? I bit my tongue. Okay, never mind. Are you alright, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth.
Actually, somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title despite having worth in my name. Oh. Very well then. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now about your earlier testimony? Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright. After all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Okay. Cool. Oh my god, it's Kanaiza again. I generally forget his name is Kagami sometimes the more I lean into the bit.
It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. That's why she needed $1. She wanted a snack.
Just lovely. What will they think of next?
Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. One packet for $9.
Franziska made a pun. Franzi made a pun. I need evidence of this. Oh wait, no, she's reading that. Never mind. Never mind then. Also, $9? This is such a ripoff. This is worse than like amusement parks and like Disney and shit. What the hell? Defendants milk? What? Are they milking the defendants before they send them to court? What?
A half pint for $7. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these for $6.
They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period.
Speaking of snacks, how long did that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine?
I was wondering about that myself. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. It looks like the slogan was decided through a public contest. Oh god. And the winner was... Ew!
What a pathetic slogan. No presents at all. Now, if it's up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty, dogs.
Psh, okay.
Objection!
Oh my god, these... overruled? Objection, oh my god, Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks, I see.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun?
Oh my god, they're arguing over puns and slogans. Oh my god, I love this. Oh my god. They are the siblings ever. Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool could understand the foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and am now utterly famished. Give me $9 so I can get the beef jerky.
If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. How is a full sandwich more expensive than a snack? Don't let the prosecution and the defense make a ham sandwich out of you.
It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ.
Are they promoting violence? Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. What, just like throw it in somebody's eyes? Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean? Excellent question, Edgeworth. That's a bit concerning to me.
I bet it means the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
I hope that's what it means. Oh my god, Edgeworth, why? Why? Why did he have to say it? Why is he just saying that out loud with a straight face? What is wrong with him?
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. How vulgar.
This is a fever dream.
Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what?
Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess.
You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after. Oh, you want one too?
We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If you want, we can pool our money and buy it. Oh, that's actually really sweet. Siblings!
If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it.
Siblings. I love this. Aw. Alright, anything else here? Or are we just... Oh my god, wait. Edgeworth didn't even say anything about investigating suspicious-looking nooks and crannies. We just wanted to chat about snacks. Aw. I love that. Can we look at the drinks now, too?
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Aw, we can't look at the drinks together? Aw. Did you find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more. Francie, can you reach it through with your riding crop and, like, pull it out?
Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
That's a creative insult. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. Oh, we're cooperating! Any new dialogue?
This is a pretty spacious hallway, but it's nothing compared to the ones at home.
Indeed, because of the house itself. The house is oh, they have a big house. I mean, Manfred is rich.
However, even with this much space, there's nowhere for that scruff face to hide. Well, other than this crime scene just beyond the doors.
Franziska, I believe it's much too early to draw any conclusions. It has already proven that Detective Gumshoe was in this hallway the entire time. Now all we need to do is gather more information. And to do that, I'll just have to examine everything I see here by myself. Hi, Kagami. I got the name right. Have you found any suspicious... I can't speak. No, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh?
It should appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling we're missing something. Now I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in the crime scene somewhere.
He's making a most ridiculous-looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose, but to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher was used in the crime.
If you could already tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it?
'Cause I want dialogue, bestie! Franziska, let's not try to rush absolute genius. He's so full of himself. Oh, Miles Edgeworth, I love you. Alright, can I move up and down? Yes, I can. Oh my god. Handprint. The dirt on this bench smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there is someone going around dirty in the courthouse. For shame.
Hold it!
Psst, calm down, Franziska. The way they're like objection and holding it together, oh my god. Now take a good look. Doesn't this smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints off the person who sullied this bench.
I see. And then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob.
It's Kay, isn't it? Because you get 2 Swiss rolls. She dropped 1. And probably ate the other. No, never mind then. He wanted a snack. He spent $5 on the thing. Wait, him and Kay split the Swiss rolls. He provided the $5, and Kay exchanged change with me to get $1, and then they both had a Swiss roll. Aww, they pooled their money. Yes, I suppose so.
Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench.
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways.
What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Oh, that detective! He claims that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet here is a whole hill of them.
Ah! What are you hitting me for?
As a replacement for that pathetic detective.
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
And the look and sweet smell of it, pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Miles Edgeworth? The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times.
Well, he's not responsible for that. It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. Ants are pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. Oh my god. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Oh god, that's actually... Oh god, my skin's crawling. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought. I'm sorry. Yeah. The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size.
Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants.
The same goes for you, Franziska. Alright. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. It's a balloon! She popped the balloon! On the cactus? Aww. All I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is litter running loose inside the courthouse, it's simply unforgivable. Ah! It's not like it was I who littered.
Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin.
Cactus.
What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. Why did you touch it, Edgeworth? I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Literally. Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Franziska, why is that what you're thinking of? I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Oh, but then I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related. The view! I can look outside, however I doubt the killer could have escaped through here. Of course not. This is the third floor, after all. It appears that bars were installed on this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see them? Oh, she's too short to see! Oh, she's so small! She's so short! What? I must remember not to bring up that taboo subject again. She's still growing. Alright, is that everything aside from talking to people? I think so. Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. They're getting in the way of the investigation. I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself, plus I still hold investigative authority. So I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Wait, that's Edgeworth. How'd you be the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here? Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instincts told me.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Jesus, Franzi!
Hold it!
Franziska, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective's the only one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together.
Ooh.
As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. And that he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. And around what time did all of that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. What if the gunshot was the balloon popping? My original theory. To give him the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once.
Oh, and how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out on this floor's main lobby swore me he didn't. If the detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. You must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
You and I? You and I? You and I? You and I? Which you and I are we talking about? We're in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. To see that I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Sorry, I just knocked over something on my floor. Sorry. Just also plugging in my phone for battery. Detective Badge, you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene? Less than a minute. What are your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. We discovered the bodies in that order!
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I am about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else.
Oh my god, does that not even faze him? You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for Oh, hey, stop!
You wouldn't dare.
I'm just joking.
Detective Bad is really something if he can make Franziska behave.
Are we about done? Place? Detective Bad, where were you when you heard the gunshot? How many Okay, I know. Room 1, he said, yeah. So I need to ask something else. Alright. No, I need to ask more.
Hold it!
Situation. I'd like to know a little more about the circumstances under which you heard the gunshot. Like I said, I was in lobby number 1 with you. Alright.
Miles, you already asked him about that, remember?
What time was this? I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot. It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again. I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. So I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang. You, and you all together. Then who's you? If you're you and I'm you, then who's the real you? Who's the real me? Persona moment? So we heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to just almost starting the trial means it wasn't the trial. I'm sorry. The past like 48 hours I've been super aware of hearing a gunshot right before something. When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. Okay, right before the trial was about to start again, he says. Do we know like what time that the trial was supposed to start again? Because we have a time, yeah, about 4 p.m. I don't have any time to waste.
Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of the door doing nothing.
I get the sense that he's somewhat investigating this crime scene, or rather that he's keeping us under surveillance. I don't trust him. Detective Badge, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say to the two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles.
You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Do as you like. Alright. Oh my god! I can make the text go away and with the C key and just get a screenshot of like the background and everything? Oh my god, that's so good to know for screenshot purposes, if I decide to take any. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder? Oh, do you suspect me of something? No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor. Very well, you may continue with your testimony. Your Honor, it's your testimony that I'm after. Oh my god, I never thought the day would come when I would be on the witness stand. Oh, this is so exciting. I had no idea you were chasing after me and my testimony. I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial run by this judge. I have bad news for you, Edgeworth. Look at my badge. Today's trial may have ended abruptly, but we will meet again. Oh, Christmas is over, but I'm still Santa Claus. I'm looking forward to that day, Mr. Edgeworth. When I become a prosecutor, you might even see me in your courtroom a few times. I hope you'll treat me with even greater respect than now. I only ask that you please do not bring a whip into my courtroom.
I'm afraid that issue is not up for negotiation.
As long as the whip can't reach his seat, I'm sure his honor will be safe, I think. Well, her whip is gonna get longer. She's gonna grow taller and her whip is gonna grow longer. I imagine the whip grows as she grows. Like, it's like an extension of her body. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you'll need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. Aww. He had to poop when he was pooping when the murder happened, just like a certain somebody in Danganronpa 2. Then go to take a look at the window at the end of the hall. You'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom.
Okay, now why the fuck do we can't we like see into a restroom? What the actual hell? There's no privacy there.
When I was going into the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, is it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. Are we gonna like make the big jump and crash through the window Yakuza 0 style into the bathroom? However, and this I couldn't believe when I was about to exit the restroom. There was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. Which is really suspicious. As to my finely honed judge's intuition said. Oh well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed off. Oh, Santa time! Apparently this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. The restroom window, huh? I wonder if you can really see the men's bathroom window from that room there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. She's too short to see. I demand that you show me this view at once. Girl, why do you want to see in the restroom? I suspect that her height is what's limiting her ability to see. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor. Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor. Oh ho ho! One last Santa! Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I heard that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. Okay, logic time. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier. I saw this in a different form earlier today. When it's literally just a balloon, unpopped. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little too close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
Our friend, the windowsill cactus.
Why does he talk like this?
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
Okay, no human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers is in the air. These bits of chocolate and cake, could they not have come from a Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll?
Why would a courthouse sell a thing like that? It may not seem like the right venue, however it is being sold right over there. The vending machine? Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6? Talk about expensive. Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this vending machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened to you now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? Aww.
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. What if he just, like, went to the bathroom to wash his hands?
How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable.
Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place! Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. The $1 bills. Well, it's $6. He didn't have that money.
He and Kay were sharing Swiss rolls.
Urethra! About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy?
If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. That detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is, how?
You helped feed Gumshoe, Miles Edgeworth. I hope you know that.
I believe I now have a firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too.
All right, Franziska, would you care to share what conclusions you've come to?
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. You should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Oh my god, we're debating in the courtroom. Oh! Also, I see this is taking place on September 10th, and I now see why September 11th, 2001 is the earliest possible birth date for Kay. Your Honor? Oh my god, the theme, the music. If I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended that oh my god, it's the words!
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
The yapper! As defender of the law, I can never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. Oh my god, it's finally his turn to be a witness! Yay! During the recess, I went to the restroom. There's a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. Tooth. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. He disappeared. He was probably just sitting on the bench, right? He didn't actually disappear.
He was over on the bench.
Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh. I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. Yeah. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. All right.
Hold it!
Were you doing a number 1 or a number 2? Your Honor, why exactly did you pay for this to the restroom? Obviously, he had to go. Why else? Oh. Well, is it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Or maybe, I knew it. You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I'm sorry. You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. You have a round head, though. So nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see. I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. But having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding the prosecutor. Once I had finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony, because that's important. He didn't say anything about the time, right? Okay. Your Honor, did you really go to the men's restroom? What? What is the meaning of that statement? I simply meant that perhaps you went to a restroom on a different floor. I had to go for such a long time. That's all I could do to dash to the closest one to the courtroom. I suppose it's only natural given his circumstances. I ran from the courtroom, through this floor's main lobby, down to the hallway. Once you enter, you can see the windows just above the urinals. Through that window that you witnessed Detective Gumshoe. Oh, so he was looking out the window while pissing. Okay. Exactly! Your Honor, there was no need to yell. I can hear you just fine. I guess I put a little too much into that last answer. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. All right.
Hold it!
Are you sure the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently things do seem to be a bit fussier than they used to be. He's getting old. Clearly his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I'm not mistaken in what I saw. He was just sitting on the bench, so I'm gonna press for dialogue. He disappeared, but Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines? Why yes, I did. The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look, and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only words. Alright. That point! So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? To me! Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I'm perfectly calm! Oh my god, I actually read that perfectly. You're being anything but perfectly calm. Little spoonerism. It appears that His Honor cannot have been mistaken in what he saw. I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisco, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different? If you're referring to my height... Can you hold that whip still for just a second? Now about his honest test. Listen, I am a tall person. I'm legally obligated to make fun of short people. I know she's still growing though, but still. What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Ah, and don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by because he's a fucking nerd. Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? This pot is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. You must know the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good. But who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing just murder. He had to go and dirty the courthouse too. Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, at around a grown adult's height, at a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was able to see out of that window! Oh! I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. Psst. Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then, it seems that you made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Uh-oh, the judge said hold it. Oh, sorry, I got so caught up in the moment. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Aww. Here, let me try that again. Hold it. Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Shh, Edgeworth. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he? That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Cool. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. Oh my god, just now we're getting the faster testimony thing? Wow, there have been a lot of testimonies in this one. Wow. Guy, hello, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was in the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. And it was not a gunshot. How was that? That is the testimony of one who judges the crimes of others? Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words. Oh, I'm sorry. But I honestly thought the sound was just a noise popper until now. He did say that. And immediately I thought, oh, the balloon popped, and I thought Kay popped her balloon on purpose. This part is so goofy, yeah. Man, the most critical point to this argument is his grandson. If I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Have you played this port or one of the original versions of this game?
Hold it!
In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there. I played this and the originals and the mobile version. Nice. I just said it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced are left on that bench, do you? Well, you've proven that it's possible the detective was sitting— Sorry, I keep hitting my tooth. Ow. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right, I've yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. Good old Ludgie.
Hold it!
As we established, he went to the restroom during the recess. However, at which point in the recess did he look into the hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounded about right. There's a bunch of weird things. I assume it's because it's a first Ace Attorney game on Unity. Oh, yeah, being like 1 pixel off. Oh, yeah, they made this— they remastered this on Unity? Oh, okay, interesting. I mean, they're like similar to the ones that were used in like the other trilogy, but not like identical. What were you expecting? And I'd imagine know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to it. Oh, are we not going about the pop then? Or the noise? Okay.
Hold it!
20 minutes before we reconvened. Well, what did you do after that? Let's see. I had to make some preparations, so I rushed straight back to the courtroom. I also had to track down a few pieces of paperwork with the various bailiffs. So you rushed back to the courtroom despite having just heard a gunshot. Well, at the time, I thought it was just the sound of a noise popper. I really couldn't think of any other explanation than someone having a birthday party. But now that this has happened, I see. Hold
it!
If it's something that's forgettable, I don't need to hear it. But all I do is forget to mention it. That sort of excuse may work on other people, but not on Yvonne Karma. Oh. But it's such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. I suppose I have no choice in the matter. Okay.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I don't mean the art style, I mean the sprites. Usually a sprite, oh my god. He's yapping. Cool. Usually a sprite for eyes closing, and it's usually a small bit of the head. So when it shifts and you can visually see the eyes. Oh. Sprite for eyes closing. Oh, I will have to take a look for that next time. Interesting. Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself, yes. I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall, I should know, I looked. There was no one there! This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. I believe that we finally found the flaw in his Honor's testimony.
Yet sadly, he's completely oblivious to it.
But I guess I can't really expect him to be aware of it. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and fill him in.
At least that thing finally came in handy.
Indeed. Now let's see what happens when I present it to his Honor. Okay, I thought we were gonna do like the... Is this just a red herring? About 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Or sometimes when a character's cut off one pixel from the top so you can see it. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know if that statement's just a red herring, because normally when they add a statement, that's what you present to. Are we not gonna do the balloon here?
Objection!
Okay, yeah, it is a red herring. Or, no, it's not. It is legitimate, yeah. Sorry, I'm starting to get really hungry. I need food. Okay. About 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. That's not when the gunshot went off, right? The autopsy report, right?
Objection!
Alright, I thought that, you know... Time. I guess I don't have, like, an actual time. Oh, no! No! About 20 minutes before that. Oh, this! Right before the doy.
Objection!
I forgot about that. I was so fixated on the balloon. Oh. I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor. I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. I cannot allow you to not allow me to not allow you to make an objection. Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. Other niche things the devs were lazy because they moved the zoom to left to right on the OG mobile version? Oh, you mean like the... What? Zoom? Is that a feature they added on the... Sorry, I'm thinking of zoom. I don't think I have the ability to zoom in, actually. Maybe they just didn't want to draw it full. Okay. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Va? Oh, when his face comes close. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Instead of biting... Oh my god, girl! You see no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. Your height. A step ladder! Step ladder and short bullying. Let's go. My ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own two ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said. About 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. I heard it clear as day. Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot. The sound of the gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. And that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. Now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway. I probably should not say objection dumbass to the judge because I don't want him to I don't want to be on a shit list. What is that pink substance? It may not look like it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court. The noise, the court record noise, please. Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, the argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now then, there is no guarantee that oh, wait, why am I reading this to the judge's voice? This is Edgeworth, sorry, I'm hungry. I'm tired. I hope there's a break coming up soon, because I'm hungry. There's no guarantee the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. In the mobile version, there were zoom lines in the middle of the backgrounds with the camera shifts, but they removed it from here. Interesting. Well, interesting. What a matter of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true, one doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. But she...
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it. A balloon the girl was holding. It explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Oh, he's sad. That giving testimony can be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology and a raise. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. All right. I think I am going to pause there. I know that's not a to be continue, but I'm going to pause there because I am hungry. The sprites of the Ace Attorney investigation sprites are the best drawn out of all the games. Ooh. Ladder. Kay and Gumshoe. Oh, Kay. All right, but yeah, I am going to pause there. I'm hungry and tired. But thank you all so much for being here. I am really liking these sprites a lot. But we will continue with this on Saturday, at noon Eastern Standard Time. Saturday is also DL6 day, so yay. Very appropriate that we're playing the Edgeworth game then. But thank you all again so much for being here. Let's raid Amanda. Amanda is playing Persona 3 Reload right now, one of my favorite games. She's in... Oh, oops, I just ran an ad. Oh my god, I'm so sorry about that. I meant to raid. I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry, y'all. Anyways, we're gonna raid Amanda. She's playing Persona 3 Reload right now. She's in like late September, but thank you all again for being here. Her streams are a lot of fun, very silly, very fun time. And I'll get my other raid message in here as well. But thanks again. Have a great rest